Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Football Manager 2020. This is episode number 20 of our Swansea City series. It's Youth Intake Day, the most exciting day of the year for most people, especially on longer playthroughs. Definitely like my Zero to Hero. That is absolutely our day of the year as we make our way quickly through seasons on that one. This one, slower, more drawn out playthrough. Yeah, it doesn't have as big of an impact. Also, a team like ours that's in the championship, good team already, none of these guys are going to be able to step up for years. So, for that, it takes away a little bit from it. Takes away a little bit. In fact, enough so that I'm actually, for a change, not going to attend the game. But let's have a look anyway and see what we end up with. Our crowning player is Phil Peacock. We're looking at 3.5 plus star potential. He has the trait of not diving into his tackles. Not a bad thing. He's got really good first touch and dribbling already. Good free kick taker. He's already got good technique, decisions, the flair, leadership already for a 16-year-old. That's fantastic. Work rate's there at 14. Determination, a 10 is not perfect, but it'll help him see out his potential. And he's slow as molasses. And he was looking so good to that point. Of course, the other weakness, the crossing, the finishing, needs some work. Heading, his marking, his tackling. There's things that need work. But the potential's there. The speed. Oh man, that speed is going to hold this guy back. And probably he's going to need to train more as a central attacking mid. So he needs to play that number 9 role, I think, just based on his pace. The wing is not the right place for him. So probably going to make sure that he does work on that position more than the wing. James George, equal in his potential, so good prospect there. And he is very brave. Good for a fullback. Tackling really excellent. First touch is already really good. Pretty good technique. Decent heading and passing are okay. I mean, there's a lot of good things there. Terrible finisher. Crossing definitely needs some work. But decent technical attributes for a 16-year-old. And on the mental side, the determination, the decisions are there. He's got the leadership too, man. Those two guys could really lead this group going forward. But again, we're having some issues with the speed. He's got the overall pace, but his acceleration, it takes him forever to see that pace. Which, down the flank, okay, you have a chance to build that speed a little more often, but you almost want the acceleration more than the pace, at least for the offensive help. Defensive help, yeah, it's a little bit of both. He can catch back up and chase somebody down, but he's got no strength, no jumping reach, and yeah, that's a player that's gonna need some work. Not too far behind is Danny Hamilton here, 17-year-old. Balanced stamina, bravery, decisions, positioning. The determination's okay at 9. He's got some okay technical attributes. He does tackle decently, pass decently. He'll get there. I can see all three of those guys reaching their potential. But then it does start to drop off pretty quick. Pearson, Lovell are tolerable on their potential, and then that's kind of it. And drops off pretty quick. Drops off pretty dang quick. Let's see. What have they got? We've got every reason to be excited by James George. Potential to be one of the most gifted players to come through the youth ranks in recent years. He shaped the mentality of Jonathan Morris. Did you now, Mr. Low Determination? Good job shaping him with your not so good determination either. Pretty sad, really. Pretty sad. Yeah, that wasn't the best, was it? There's a few decent players in there, but I've seen better. At this point, I have gotten a little bit spoiled by the Zero to Hero series. If you have not seen that series, I probably have plugged it at some point, but I don't recall when. So, quick teaser. So, my Zero to Hero series uses this mod that extends England down to the 10th tier. I took a team in the 10th tier, did some editing, made the entire team a 1 in every attribute. The only coach, my character, a 1 in every attribute. So, made the worst team ever. Removed some players to go down to a minimal roster and just went into it with nothing. Except I gave him one big boost, one big way to help and grow and develop and become something. And that was perfect facilities. So, our youth intakes, really good. And so the first season, all the youth players, virtually all of them, no, let's say 2/3 of them, instantly went into the senior squad. Instant impact. First season, gosh, what did we have? 8 points at the end of the year or something like that. I mean, it was ridiculously low, and most of the points came after that youth intake. We were bad. We were very bad, but we were all the way down to the 10th tier, so there was no getting relegated from there. Ooh, 20-year-old wonder kid. Katia. On loan from Arsenal at somebody. We'd love to get our hands on this guy. Apparently, he's already at Premier Division. You know what? I'm just curious. It's not a... I think I might have heard him mentioned a time or two kind of in passing, but I've not seen him play as of yet. So he's down at Leeds on loan from Arsenal. He's already valued quite highly, just 20 years old. And yeah, we already see him being quite the talent. Incredible pace. Really good mental skills for a 20-year-old. I mean, his off the ball is excellent. And then technical skills, dribbling, finishing, first touch, passing technique. He is a very good advanced forward. You could definitely see that, and does play multiple positions. So, wow, yeah. And let's see, how's he done in the championship this year? 34 starts, 17 goals, 5 assists. That could be better, honestly. If he's already Premier Division, right? Leeds seem to be misusing him a bit. I think if he was playing for us, he would have a lot more than 17 goals. Just saying. His rating is only a 7.1 essentially. He's definitely not doing enough there. So yeah, he has made some appearances for Arsenal. Scored 1 goal over the previous years. I'm sure that's all, FA Cup, FA Trophy, or not FA Trophy, League Cup, FA Cup, League Cup appearances, but still, he is starting to crack the side, and that would explain why I've heard his name. But of course, FA Cup, it's changed hands twice in the last 2 years in the US on who covers it, and it went from easily available and very watchable to. I haven't seen any FA Cup match in the last 2 years, sadly. Fosu Mensah looks like he's now developing more as a fullback than the center back that he was part-time at. He spent a little time at both positions. And he's certainly up there, but also a bit out of our range. Not on loan anywhere, though. So this is somebody we could maybe, next season, bring in as an impact loanee. Anyway, so the series, right? I gave them the perfect facilities, and it's through youth. And that first season, right away, those youth players came in, had a massive impact, and we were better. The next season, through that intake of youth players, plus our second year's intake late in the season, won the league, the 10th tier. And then we won the 9th tier the next year, and the 8th tier. And now we're up to the 7th tier, at least at the time of recording here, and playing through there. But it's been a really exciting series, and I love the challenge, right? The difficulty. I take zero players outside of my own youth. So 100% of our roster is homegrown. 100%. So that's I placed certain restrictions to add to that challenge that just makes it fun and interesting. And because 100% of our players come from our own youth program, it makes it all the more important that as to what happens, right, with those intakes. It's often being played out. You keep telling me, and I've said don't inform me again multiple times. I don't care. Nathan Dyer out for a week. Oop, I forgot to make a note. Leave to physio. Is that still an option? It is. Hooray. There we go. Pena. Yeah, nope, not much going on there. Pretty good. It's a series that I would love to put out a lot more episodes on, but a couple things have happened. One, I started it a little while after the game released, and so it didn't get that kind of natural new game of boost at the start of the series. So it's relatively low on overall views. And so that obviously has an impact on, how much I feature that series. But also the production time. It takes a long time to get through those episodes, though now that we are up to the 7th tier, I have recently turned off the 9th and 10th tiers, and things are starting to move a little bit faster now. The sim times with 10 active tiers, just crazy long. I could go on vacation for 45 days and have it take 35 minutes to sim 45 days. Later kickoff time than developer mode. So no, it doesn't matter at all. It's really all about the result. Attacking focus, duh, of course. One of the most proficient tackling outfits in the league. Okay. There we go. You're so surprised. You sound surprised that we're going to take an attacking focus. You should all know this by now. Uh-oh, Kalulu has a tight run. Okay, match fit. Injury risk is high, but it's also late season, so you you take the risk. Vanderhorn made team of the week. Alrighty then. 12 players called up for international duty. That's a lot. That is a lot. But we shouldn't have any games. Well, I don't know. Championship. Obviously, Premier League takes those days off. I think the Championship takes those days off. It's League One and below that still plays on those days. We got a lot of players. That would really suck to lose those guys. The first 4 days, anyway. Okay. Center back. Do you have the speed, though? You're already on my short list. Town is currently 19th, and then we have Millwall 21st away. It's a pretty good 4-day stretch. Chance to get 4 to 6 points, which we could certainly use. It's late season. We've got a game in hand on West Brom and Brentford, and there is Leeds 4 points clear of us on same game played, and then just 2 points behind us for Wigan and Derby. But Middlesbrough's starting to fall off a little bit, so we are opening a little bit of a gap on the teams outside of the promotion playoff spots. But with 24 in the league, that's 23 opponents. That's 46 games. We have 8 left to play here in the season. And there we go. We finally have our youth candidates losing 4-6 to the current under 18s, and we'll get our evaluation, which is a lot of it's pretty obvious. After watching youth candidates play, we recommend we sign the following players to add quality to the youth team. In line with my responsibilities, I will make my recommended contract offers unless you decide to reject my suggestions. All youth candidates will stay at the club and continue training until contracts expire. Okay, a little different than what's normal because I usually don't have a head of youth development. That's kind of new territory for me. Peacock, George, Hamilton, those are the main 3. Those were the next 2. So it looks like just the 5 players, that's all we're going to bring in. That is awfully light, but go ahead, do your deals for those 5, and then I will have a look and see if we have any glaring holes that require one of the other players to sign on. Three more players called up. Okay, Clue's good, Fulton's good, Dyer's good, not that it matters on him. Alright, so here we go. Luton Town, and we certainly need a result this late in the season against a team like this. Apparently, Roberts and Roberts is suspended. Mavropanos, it's probably more about, maximum 5 lone players. We just can't take anyone. Or can't take everyone anyway, so Mavropanos left out today, but it's okay. I mean, we have Van der Horn and Rodon. We would kind of have those 3 guys on equal footing, and then our backup from there in Hoban or Street are not that bad. It's definitely not the same as having Mavropanos available, but it's not the end of the world. We are kind of hurt by the fact that Roberts is suspended, so Kyle Naughton into the side, and Naughton doesn't do a terrible job, but he's certainly underperformed all season long, hasn't contributed in the way others have. But otherwise, we're looking at pretty typical side for this one, which means we should be up for the challenge. At home, morale's good, but not great. It's good, but not great. Nope, nothing there. How about Really? Okay, nothing there that I really care for. Ooh, their recent form is 24th place. Kind of like that statement for an assertive. Let's give that a shot. I haven't used that kind of thing in a while. There you go. I got 4 guys fired up. And the pat on the back got the defense going at least. Now let's get into the game. Here we go. Surge kicks off. Vanderhorn, long ball ahead to Bree, which means it's an interception. Good quick recovery, but it goes back to them. And we're past the first highlight with a Vanderhorn yellow card just 3 minutes into the game. That's freaking awesome. Naughton. Grimes. Longstaff. Nice ball out to Bidwell and into Kalulu. Difficult angle, but he does get it on target. Grimes heads that out for the corner, and that nearly goes in, but that ball is just hammered away for a long throw in. Also an injury to Luton Town already in this game. We are in possession. Longstaff into Kalulu, but he can't keep it. Defense gets a foot in, clears it out. This one picked up by Naughton. There's the ball into Surridge, and Surridge should have done better. Ugh. The way the ball's coming from behind him, it's not the easiest, but if he goes back near post with it anyway, he should be able to control that one and bring it down, but instead he keeps it up. So, yes, that player was already injured and subbed out, so first sub already used here for Luton Town early in this game. Grimes recovers that one. Rodon, back to Woodman. And we start bringing the ball forward. Now Byers ahead to Naughton. Naughton with the overlapping run, and Surge does better that time. At least getting it on frame, but he sends it straight at Sluga, the keeper for Luton Town. Corner. Cleared out. Byers in possession and off to the races. He's got Kalulu ahead of him, and he hangs onto it too long. Byers poorly done there. Lundstrom. Now Byers, you got the overlap. Are you going to use it? Grimes, Surridge. Naughton. Ooh, that one was curling back in. It was wide at first, but it was curling back in. That was definitely on target. That actually ended up being a pretty good save from Sluga on that one, and it's nearly halftime, and we are still scoreless, and we have 4 yellow cards, 2 of them here in just the last couple of minutes. Oh, 1 of them. We had 2 back-to-back just a little bit ago. Oof, nice ball. That was a nice cross, nice find to get the late runner coming into the box, and we really should have done better with that. Bidwell should have picked that one up. Here's Kalulu. Kalulu. Back to Bidwell. Bidwell, there's the cross! Oh! Off the crossbar. So close. So close to get the opener. Disappointing, let them know. Yes, we could do that. Ratings suggest that we should have done better. This is worrying, though. 4 yellow cards in the mid and defense. Assertive. I'm not happy. There you go. Fired up for the second half. That should be good. I need to be wary of all those flipping yellow cards. What's this guy's record like? I don't know. Wow, nice pressure. Way to force the keeper to clear sideline and get us the ball back. And just like that, we're already 7 minutes into the half. Hey, Luton Town finally got their first yellow card. We had those 20 yellows before they got their first. I know. Exaggeration. Wah, wah. 65 minutes already. Demand more. Naughton. What just happened to Naughton? Slight injury, indicating that he wants off, and I don't have a proper option to replace you. It's going to have to be center back Tommy Hoban. Who at least is capable, but That free header is headed well over. We are really not doing enough in this game, and it's getting pretty late here. Grimes with the corner. Sir, oh! Okay. Out for a corner. Thought that Grimes doesn't even beat the first man. Longstaff. Nice ball to Longstaff. Longstaff pulled down by Turncliffe. 80th minute. We need points here, guys. Oh, Grimes was close that time. We need points. Fulton. Peterson. Street. Carroll. So I really don't have any options here. Nothing that's going to help us. Kalulu's having the worst of days. So Peterson, can you play? Yes. And nobody else does. So the only sub for Kalulu is Peterson. Everybody else is hanging in there fatigue-wise for 83rd minute. Everybody else who's doing really poor, like Lundstrom. Tom Carroll. Wait. Hold on. Carroll or Fulton. Passings 15, first touch 15. I am thinking it's going to be you. A little more balanced, Fulton is. But Carroll's got more creativity, so we'll... or will we? Do we want to bring an extra man forward? Which Fulton could be. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to mix up the formation for a change. Bring Fulton on. And pause. That is a deep throw. We're going to put Fulton up here with Byers. And what do you... And we're going to bring up Grimes. Messes up the formation a little bit, but I think we need to get forward, do something here. We need 3 points today, not 1. And it's the next game that I'm more okay with 1 because it's on the road. But a 19th place Luton Town at home. Here's Fulton off to the races. He's beat his man. Oh, what a terrible turns! Not only inside, but he turns his whole body to get the ball on his right foot to line himself up for the shot. That was pitiful. Oh, there was a clear... Bidwell! Pushed over. It's 90th minute. We've got the momentum right now. I'm afraid to go very attacking, though. Here they are. Oh, nice recovery, Bidwell. Nice recovery. Peterson, Byers. Byers inside to Surridge. Good play. Sets up Fulton. Way too close to Sluga. Way too close. And that's time. Time's up. This could be the final play. And it is a goalless fiasco. After a difficult first half, possession never changed in the second, but the shots sure did. It went very much our way, but we could not grab the goal we needed. Plenty of chances. Our best was the Kyle Naughton shot that I think Sluga pushed up just enough to bang off the crossbar, and then it went out for a goal kick, but I think Sluga got a piece of it. I just think they ended up with the ball, but that hurt. That hurt. Just calm, though. They are fired up by that. And so we are 5th, 69 points. Now everybody at 39 played. we've got 7 left to go, and yeah, we really just gave away 2 points right there. As tight as things are, 71 points right now would put us in a much, much better place than we are sitting at the moment. At least it was a draw, but yeah, we gave that one away. Bidwell's late miss. That could have seen you win the game. That was a pretty poor shot. He kicked it straight at the keeper. Keeper just got it was right over his head, just got his hands up and pushed it over the bar, but that was a pretty poor shot. He is a fullback. Yeah, let's say it was one of those days, really. Gotta just let that go, right? Okay. Well, intake behind us. We'll take a look briefly at our under 18s and see if there's anybody else. George, Peacock, yeah, Hamilton all stepping in. That actually puts them right up there with Josh Thomas, who is our current top candidate at the 1.5 star ability. I would imagine next season, at least, he'll be up into the under 23s. And wow, look at that drop off though. And then Level and Pearson we were wanting to keep. And I can kind of see why that might be just about it. But depending on positions, a few of these guys have a chance. The 1 stars, no way. These guys, no way. In fact, we'll just terminate trial now. Those 2 are gone. I don't care what position they play or what our depth is. Those guys are not going to contribute. Also, these bottom 4, I think, are probably, well, maybe outside of the goalkeeper, we need to see depth at the position. But I could say that these 3 aren't going to participate. I mean, look at this Will Rickard, how much worse he's gotten. Determination of a 2. And yet he's got a 7.45. Oh, that's his training rating. Okay. Training. Gotcha. But look at that. He's actually worse over the last 9 months. Anyway, so I'll be letting those few guys go, and then the other 4 or 5, I'll have to analyze them and see if there's just a need that they need to fill for now within the roster. And then I think ultimately this guy needs to be let go. But that's going to do it for this episode on Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye for now.